So it's been what, 3 months since the election, and seeing the Democrats, in such disarray is fun to watch, right? It's like watching chickens without their heads, with their heads cut off, and seeing them have no idea what they're doing, where they're going. They have no leadership, and they're still trying to figure out, what went wrong, right? They're going after each other, and watching that is like very fun to watch. And if you compare that to when the Republicans lost, when in 2020. It was it was tough, right? It sucks to lose. Like nobody wants to lose, but I remember, that feeling where you're like, damn, like, is there any hope, right? You have that feeling like, damn, like I can't believe that you can't believe we lost, and we all know the shenanigans that went on with it. But after you lick your wounds, and a lot of people like Trump, him and his team got to work. A lot of podcasts, a lot of people on social media, people on the right, got back to work and said, all right, we come up with a game plan. So come 2024. There would be no discussion, no doubt that you'd won, right? You put all the safeguards and you put everything in place to make sure that was too big to rig. And even though watching the Democrats, lose their mind and not figure out, to see them in such disarray, how fun it is to watch. What's even more fun is to listen to the reasons for why they lost, right? And of course, their go-to is always, racism, sexism. There's always some type of ism for why they lost, right? Not that because, Kamala was a horrible candidate, right? She was worse than Hillary Clinton. She was a terrible candidate. She had terrible ideas. Her and the Democratic Party had just horrible ideas. But that's not the reason they're going to come up with. Their reasons are always racism and sexism. So in this video, I want to go over a few videos for that shows why, that explains why, that showcases why they lost. Okay, we got 3 videos for you. So let's go with the first one
in this round. So I'm going to, I have a show of hands. How many of you believe that racism and misogyny played a role in Vice President Harris's defeat? Okay. So that's good. You all passed.
See, that's crazy. The fact that he said you all pass, as if that is the standard for being a leader in the Democratic Party. The first test you have to pass is to make sure that you know that racism, misogyny, all that exists. And if you lose, and if you're not able to accomplish things in life, that has to be the sole reason for why you are not put in a position to succeed in life. It's not because you're probably you're not qualified, that you may not have the skills to perform at a certain job. It has to be because of some type of ism or some type of infliction upon, that's placed upon the individual. So, and that's their go-to. That's the only thing that these people use, right? It has to be because of it's racism, sexism, misogyny, whatever it is. It's never because you're just not qualified for the position that you're running for. So that's one reason, right? That's the thing, right? You can't solve a problem that you never own, and they never own their problem. It has to be something else, some outside external source for why they're just unsuccessful with whatever they do in life. So here's another video. I'm not going to play this too long because I don't want to torture you guys, So let's play that real quick.
And we'll begin with the opening statements. Each candidate will have 30 seconds, and we'll start with Dr. Quintessa Hathaway.
Good evening, everyone. It is my desire to be the next DNC chair. And I just want to give you all a little bit of something that's been on my heart here over the last couple of days. You fight on, you fight on, you fight on, you fight on.
All right, we're going to cut that off. So this is the problem. This is the type of people that they're running in the DNC. She out here singing. She got no plan. She just out here singing as if that's what people want to hear. This is not a choir. This is not a place to go sing. And it's not what are your ideas? Like, what do you have? What plan do you have? She's just gonna go out and sing, and it's crazy that this is the type of leadership that they got. These are the type of candidates that they have wanting to lead the DNC, and they wonder why nobody wants to deal with their nonsense. Nobody believes in them. Nobody trusts the things that they're saying, or no one wants to follow this group of people. It's just that their ideas are horrible, and the people that they put on there, they just have no plan. So it's just when I saw this video, I'm like, she started singing. I was like, oh my God, they're like, what are we doing? Like, it's just terrible. Like, you're singing. What are you singing for? Nobody cares what you got. Nobody cares about your singing style. No one cares. All right. So here goes the last video. All right, and this is pretty much exemplifies everything that's wrong with the Democratic Party and why they continue to fail and why they lost the election. So let me play this.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Good evening, Democrats. Look up here. 3 strong black women standing before you. 3 black women who, rather than just grabbing a chair, ran for chair.
Te quiero mucho, Papa. Gracias por todo. My name is Artie Blanco, Freddie Blanco's daughter. Vote for me for vice chair.
Look at this room, y'all. Truly take it in. This is the Democratic Party. We are our strongest when we stand together.
We are in a time in this country when our democracy and our rights are under attack. We're at a time where black and brown people, women, and other minorities are being blamed for everything that's wrong with this country.
And see this, and this is another thing. The problem with Democrats, it's when it comes to, and one thing you notice, like especially with the Democrat, where is the male leadership, right? And I think for a lot of people, I think one thing that the Democrats don't understand is that there's a lot of men that are leaving the Democratic Party. And a big reason for that is the Democrat Party is a party of feminine energy, right? And nothing wrong with femininity, right? Femininity is a beautiful thing. However, like if you're talking about the Democratic Party and like what they represent, they seem to be a party that's represented by women, gays, and if you're someone that's trying to attract male leadership, men are not going to be attracted to that. And you can see why so many men went to the Republican Party, because they more exemplify strong leadership, male leadership, a masculinity, right? You look at the Democratic Party, it's just nothing but feminine energy, weak male leadership, and masculine men say, yeah, I don't want to deal with that. And it's so funny too, because when I look at the Democratic Party, they're always using identity as a reason for why you should, as a reason as why you should choose them, right? That's your solution to everything, is that we have more diversity, we have more women, we have first this, we have the first that. And when I look at when I look at the Republican Party, it's more so stuff about what they're trying to get done, right? They're more task oriented, right? And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with women in leadership, right? Because you see Trump, he puts a lot of strong representative women on his team, right? For example, Pam Bondi, right? I don't think anyone's gonna look at her and say and not think that she shows strong leadership skills, okay? But when you look at, but you don't see on the other side, Republicans where they make identity as a focus for why they're choosing people. It's more so about being task oriented, like getting the job done. All right, we have XYZ, we have to get XYZ done, right? And they're more focused on what they need to do. They have more, when it comes to policies, things that they want to get done, right? Whether it's immigration, whether it's economics, right? And when you look at the Democratic Party, it's always about identity. We have the first woman, we have the first gay, we have the first black, we have the first this. That's all they have. They don't talk about anything else. And you wonder why. And you wonder why racism, sexism, none of these things go away, because it's always a topic of discussion. They're always bringing it up because that's their only go-to. They don't have a plan. It's all about identity. Pick us, choose us because we're going to be more diverse, because we have more women, we have more diversity, whatever it is. It's never because we're going to make the economy better. We're going to do this. We're going to execute this. It's never task oriented. It's always about the identity. And people are looking at that as like, yo, we're tired of it. We don't care about that. Like, what are you going to do for the price of eggs? What are you going to do about the crime that's going on? What is your plan for that? Oh, we're gonna hire more women. Like, how does that solve the problem? And people are looking at that and it's like, yo, you don't really have a solution, and it's obvious because your go-to is always race. Your go-to is always about gender and how you're diverse, which no one cares about. People are like looking at their pockets and like, yo, I can't afford things. How are you going to make things better? How are you going to make my life better? I don't care if they're the first woman, the first gay, first this. I don't care. All right? And this is why they continue to lose, because they don't have a plan. And this is why they go to that, because if you ever listen to their economic plan, they don't really have one. It never makes sense. They'll always, use, oh, we'll give you more money, give you this, give you that. But that's not a solution. All right, you're about bribing people into voting for you, but you never break down you never have a plan. It's always attacking the other side, calling someone racism, calling them a sexist, misogynist, or whatever it is. They never have a real plan. If you just listen to them, they never have a plan. If you ask them, just think about it. Like, what are some of their economic policies? What are their policies that are actually good for this country? Nothing. They don't have anything. So, look at me. I hope they continue on this path. I hope they continue on this path, because if they continue to go on this route, they'll assure that they'll just keep on losing, as long as there's not any shenanigans. But as long as they continue on this path, thinking that this is the solution to winning, this is what they need to do, they're going to continue to lose, because no one's buying this anymore. People hearing these things are just like, yeah, we're tired of it, right? We're over it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below, hit the like button, share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Later.